Taking the train from the Roman cruise port of Civitavecchia to the airport is usually the least expensive way to get there, but it's not necessarily the easiest. We found that out on the last day of our cruise on the Odyssey of the Seas. In this video, I want to show you what happened, and once you get to the train station, how easy it is then to get to the airport. I'm Morgan from the very unofficial travel guides. I've been making travel videos for over 15 years of popular and not so popular tourist destinations to give you a very honest, unofficial look at what it's like to be there. I have cruised into Civitavecchia many times, and we had been planning to just grab our bags, walk off the ship, and walk the 25 minutes to the train station. But when we woke up on the last day of the cruise, I realized we were docked at Terminal 25. Terminal 25 is a semi-permanent tent over on the industrial side of the port and not on the touristy side. You cannot walk out of here. You have to have some kind of transportation. And because we weren't prepared for this, we ended up having to wait in the sun for over an hour for one of the shuttle buses from the port to the station. I'm telling you people, I'm glad I can make this video for you, but after about 20 minutes of waiting there in this chaos, I really wish we had just booked some kind of transfer directly from the port to the airport. But it was too late for that, so we waited. Once the bus finally arrived, we tapped our credit cards, paid I think €6 a piece, and we were crammed in like sardines for the short ride to the station. It was a stressful start, but we did make it. And now let's get to the important part of this video. How do you take the train from Civitavecchia to the airport? If you take a look at the Train Italia website, you can see there are a few different options each hour, and service is running all day long. None of the options are direct. You will have to transfer, so if you cannot easily handle your own bags, don't take the train. Keep watching this video and you'll see exactly why I'm saying that now. I highly recommend just downloading the Train Italia app and get your account set up before you travel, because that will just save you the stress on the day that you get there. You can see the train times, the transfer stations, and buy the ticket all in the app. It's just the easiest way to do it. The journey costs €11, which is much, much cheaper than any other kind of transportation from the port to the airport. A word about the train station in Civitavecchia. It's not a huge station. It's mostly outdoors. And every time I've been there, the inside of the station is packed with confused tourists trying to buy a ticket from the machines inside the station. So I'm gonna say it again, people, just use the app. As it's getting closer to the time that your train is leaving, the app will also tell you what platform it's leaving from. And then if you want to be extra sure, you can confirm that on the big board inside the station. We were taking the 9:42 train towards Roma Termini, which was leaving from platform 2T. Not to be confused with 2D or 3T. 2T is sort of outside of the station, a little bit further down the way. I just asked somebody and they told me where to go. If you bought your ticket in the app, you don't have to do anything before you get in the train. You just have to check to make sure it's your train. So you can see here, 9:42, Roma Termini, and basically just follow all the people with suitcases, because most of the people who are boarding a train at Civicard Beef Tips are going either towards Rome or to the airport, and it's all the same train. On many long distance trains in Europe, it's possible to reserve a seat in advance, and then if you haven't reserved a seat, you kind of have to make sure you're not sitting in somebody's reserved seat. But on these type of trains that run from the port towards the city or from the city to the airport, I don't think it's possible to reserve a seat. You simply have to choose between second class or first class, and then make sure you're sitting in the proper area of the train. There are seats in rows all facing in one direction. There are some like 4-person areas where you can face the person across from you. There are seats in longer rows next to the window. The train we were in was pretty new, and it had charging capabilities, and it also had bathrooms.
I mean, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
If there's no overhead rack to store your bags, or if your bags won't fit up there, then you basically have to keep them close to you. And if the train does get fuller, then a lot of times people move with their bags to like the door area of the train so that people can sit and you're not blocking a bunch of seats with your bags. Your train will stop at a few stations on the way into Rome. That's totally normal. Don't be worried about that. Just don't get out before you get to the place you're supposed to transfer. We were supposed to transfer at Trastevere, and you can see which stop you're at because there are signs in the station. They usually make an announcement, and if you want to, you can follow along with like the Maps app in your phone too, just to see where you are. For whatever reason, our train had a bit of a delay, which got us to Trastevere a little too late to make the original connection that was suggested in the app. Remember when I said it was important that you can carry your own bags? Yeah, the elevators were all broken at this stop, so we had to carry our bags down the stairs, through the corridor, and back up the stairs to get to the right platform.
Of course the elevator is broken, because why not?
I know this is a total deal breaker for a lot of you, and that's why I wanted to mention it. We also didn't panic that we missed our connection because, as you could see in the app, there are several trains running towards the airport every hour. We had a ticket for that journey, so we just waited for the next one, which I think was only like 20 minutes later. Missing these kind of trains in Europe is really not a big deal. It's way less of a big deal than missing a flight because if you have a ticket booked for the journey, then you just wait for the next train. And of course, that's not what it's like if you miss your flight. So once the next train to the airport arrived, we hopped in like everybody else on the platform, and we're on our way to the airport. This was an even newer, more modern train that felt bright and airy and well air-conditioned. There were digital signs showing how many stops were left, and we relaxed while rolling through the not-so-picturesque areas of the outskirts of Rome on the way to the airport. This train also had charging possibilities, but remember, you could get an older train that would look different than this, and don't worry, it's still the right train. And then it's really clear when you arrive at the airport because it's the last stop on the line and everybody is leaving the train. So just be prepared for a lot of chaos. Make sure you have an eye on your valuables and your bags. Situations like this are where pickpockets love to hang out and help you carry something. The energy did feel a little bit chaotic, but just go with the flow and take your time. But that being said, remember, some people are in a hurry and try not to unnecessarily block anybody's way.
Lots of people trying to do the same thing at the same time in the same place.
It's actually then about a 15-minute walk to the airport, but it's all covered and there were a lot of moving walkways on the way, so that made it easier with our bags. It actually reminded me a little bit of the parking structure at Universal Studios in Florida. Gosh, I miss that place.
We made it.
All in all, the journey ended up taking us a little over 2 hours because of the missed connection, but we still had plenty of time to check in for our flight, which was leaving at 2:55 in the afternoon. If our original plan had worked out and we just walked off the ship to the station, we would have been much earlier. Just to be safe, I personally would never book a flight that was leaving before, I'm going to say 1 o'clock in the afternoon. All right, I want to tell you about all the other possible things that could go wrong and what the solutions for them would be. But before I do that, let me just remind you that giving this video a thumbs up, hyping it, leaving any kind of comment, and subscribing if you haven't done it yet is a great way to support what I do here on the channel. And it also puts a big smile on my face. So if you have a minute, please do that now. Okay, what could go wrong? Probably the first thing that people are worried of is missing their train. And I've already established, if you miss the train you're planning to take, then you just wait like 20 minutes and get in the next train. Not that big of a deal. What if you get in the wrong train? I have to be honest. How can I say this? You almost have to try to get into the wrong train because there are so many indicators helping you navigate to the right train. Look in the app, what time is the train leaving, what direction is it going, what platform is it leaving from, and then if you really are confused or unsure, there are people working on the platforms in the train station in uniforms who will help you get to the right train. What if, for whatever reason, you miss the stop for the transfer? Well, in that case, I would stay in the train until you get to Roma Termini, the last stop, the main station in Rome. And then I would exit the train there because the trains that are going to the airport that you're transferring into at Trastevere, at least that's where we were supposed to transfer, they're coming from the main station anyway. So also not that big of a deal. Okay, two things that could really mess up your plans. The first one being if the train company is on strike. I'm gonna say this happens more often than you might think, especially here in Germany. Two things that seem to be on strike every few months are Deutsche Bahn and Lufthansa. But if you have the Train Italia app downloaded and you check a couple days in advance, you will know if they're going to be on strike or if they are on strike. And so it shouldn't be a shock to you, and you should have some time to organize some other way to get to the airport in advance. Don't just check on the morning that you arrive. Another thing that could really put a wrench in the works is if there is a train malfunction. I have done a lot of train traveling in my 25 years here living in Europe, and once, only once, have I ever been in a train where the situation was so bad that we had to exit the train and get into another train to continue the journey. It wasn't that long ago. It was after my cruise on the MSC Poesia. I have also been stuck in trains that were delayed for a few hours where you're just sitting on the tracks and nothing's happening. And in that case, yeah, you're gonna have to kind of improvise. That's why I would say never book a flight before 1 in the afternoon, because you just have to leave a little bit of space for things like this to happen. And if there is some kind of problem with the train and you have to exit the train and then the train service has stopped for the next few hours, yeah, then I think your only option is either try to get on a later flight or bite the bullet and pay the money to take a taxi to the airport. Kind of have to decide then, what's the better deal? Paying maybe 150 euros for a taxi to the airport, or paying for a later flight, or possibly another night of hotel and a flight the next day. Know what I mean? If you have an upcoming cruise that is ending or starting in Civitavecchia Lewis, and you have any further questions that I didn't answer in this video, well, hit that comment section right now and let me know. I try to answer all the questions I get. I'm Morgan from the very unofficial travel guides, and I hope to see you back here soon. Arrivederci!